Hi, it's Brad from Aqualina Lights. I'm here at Crossroads Aquarium in Newcastle, just north of Sydney, looking at their beautiful reef tank, and in particular we're looking at this XP 1200 light that's been over this tank as the sole light source now for a couple of years. What I'd like you to have a look at is the range of corals that are in this tank. They're healthy, they're growing, there's hard plating corals, there's aquapora, there's softies, there's a range of everything that you're likely to keep. This light is running between 80 and 100 watts. Just goes to show that a 4-foot light running at 80 watts over a 5x2x2 can keep these corals in such pristine condition. So we've seen how the 4-foot XP model looks over the fabulous reef tank inside. I thought we'd take a closer look at the XP and the XP Pro. Here we've got an XP. This is the slightly older model. It has lensed LEDs. The XP Pro uses a very similar profile. It doesn't have the cooling fins and it's 100% aluminium. And it has a slightly later model of emitters. They consume about the same amount of power. The XP Pro is slightly brighter. The XP, we can customise both of these lights, of course. We can make them anywhere from 300mm, 1 foot in the old money, up to 2400mm, which is 8 foot. We can make them longer, but we have no way of transporting them. So 8 foot is the longest that the couriers will carry for us. Both of them run on a Bluetooth app, which I'm going to show you in a minute on my trusty tablet here. So as you can see, these are pretty versatile lights. Each light comes with legs. There's a variety of legs that can be fitted to this unit. It can also be hung over tanks. So you can get a full spread over your tank. They all run on 24 volt. We use a universal power supply. The app, I will just show you how easy it is to connect to the app. I've got the light turned on and the app goes out, looks for the light and finds it. It's just connecting and we're in business. So we have a couple of dedicated programs built into the app. We've got a ready-made marine program, we've got a ready-made freshwater program. However, if you want to, you can write an entirely new program for yourself. And it's really easy to do. We've made it pretty much idiot-proof. You save that to the light, and the light uses an internal clock and will just run 24-hour cycle ad infinitum until you cancel it or change it. Rather than try and show the actual program on this video, I just thought I'd run through the LED layout on the bottom of the XP Pro. The camera is going to have trouble with the dynamic range, so I'm not going to turn it right up to full power. We'll have it just at low power, just to give you an idea of the layer. I'll turn it off and we'll go through each of the channels. So there's a white row in there. We've got the blues for the coral fluorescence. Now this is where I'd actually like to pause a little bit and just talk about it. We have a dedicated row of 420 in here, and 420 is the sweet spot that corals absolutely must have. A lot of corals though can survive either side of 420, so I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but this row here actually has 3 different LED emitters repeated in a pattern, and it covers everything from 390 up to 465, which means that not only do you have the sweet spot covered, but you have a fair degree of margin either side, and pretty much every coral that you're ever likely to keep is going to be happy. And of course, you've already seen the reef tank, so you've seen the hard plating corals and things like that, which are notoriously finicky, love this layout. And of course, we've got an extra row of red that we've put in, and that is just there to show off the fancy pinks and purples in your corals and fish. It doesn't really have much of a practical purpose. However, if you are growing macroalgae in your tank, they'll love this red. I mentioned earlier that we can make these in various sizes from 300mm right up to 2400mm. The other thing to consider, of course, is that we can make these for different applications. This happens to be a marine layout. We can make them for freshwater. We've made them for people growing orchids indoors. We've made them for people growing vegetables, hydroponic applications, reptile applications, even tomatoes.